Hello everyone, it's time for today's farm and ranch news. Well, today we see that supporters of beef promotion are applauding a magistrate judge in Montana that granted summary judgment in the matter of R-CALF USA versus Sonny Perdue. The lawsuit was filed by R-CALF USA against the Montana Beef Council and eventually brought 14 other states into the mix. Initially, a Montana District Court granted a preliminary injunction prohibiting USDA from compelling cattle producers to pay checkoff money to fund beef promotion without obtaining producers' consent. R-CALF also argued that the checkoff violated First Amendment speech. But the Montana Stock Growers Association believes the R-CALF lawsuit was unfounded and applauds the summary judgment.
This is fabulous news for the Montana beef producers and ranchers. The checkoff is our way of advertising and keeping out in front of our consumers how great our product is. The Montana checkoff works within the state with 50% of the checkoff money. They do a fabulous job. And so I'm very excited about it. I think this is an absolute win for the cattle ranchers and the members of the Montana Stock Growers.
The National Cattlemen's Beef Association said summary judgment proves there's oversight of the checkoff.
Yeah, the summary judgment means that he's just looked at all the evidence that's out there, looked at the oral arguments, and has determined that the claims made by R-CALF are not valid. We do have the oversight in place to make sure that all those dollars are being spent appropriately. And the way it is set up, we now have to go back to that district judge who gets to make that final decision. And then at that point in time, again, as I said, we know that will be the end of this, and we can get back to working on promoting beef and working on all the great research that the checkoff provides, both through the state beef councils and the Federation of State Beef Councils, and also the work that NCBA does as a contractor, without being distracted by these lawsuits.
With the rise of alternative proteins, cattle producers say the promotion of beef through the checkoff is vital.
Given all the challenges that we have with fake meat, the work that the beef councils can do in order to show all of the facts surrounding the true sustainability of our industry and the true environmental impact of our industry, and also talking about the nutritional value of U.S. beef, is a key component. And again, this is also a great example where it shows that there is a very firm firewall that prevents any of that checkoff dollars from going into lobbying, because there is a whole separate effort on the policy side of NCBA that works in conjunction on the policy side of legislation on fake meat. But when you look at what the state beef councils do, it is focused directly on just providing the facts out there, and we can get the facts out to all of the consumers.
This is, of course, a developing story. R-CALF USA has the right to appeal the lower court's decision. It's also important to note that ranchers must still pay the $1 per head checkoff investment in Montana. They must also sign a consent form to bring 50 cents of that dollar back to Montana to promote beef. More information on consent forms can be found at montanabeefcouncil.org.